Hello everybody, this is LP Abyssal and welcome to Let's Play the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Okay, this is the first video I've ever uploaded or ever created for YouTube, so cut me a bit of slack if it's not as good as the ones you normally watch. Just a few things. Firstly, I am going to be playing vanilla Morrowind. It's not going to be including Blood Moon or Tribunal yet. If I get so far into the game that it turns out that it's getting boring, I'll install them just to keep the LP going, but until then we'll just be playing the main game, and that's it. Okay. Right, let's just get straight ahead, and I'll shut up.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison, first by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
Okay, so a very mysterious introduction to Morrowind there. Someone talking to us in our sleep, I guess, telling us that we are watched over. Which is a bit weird, really. Anyway, I've played Oblivion, so I can kind of tell quite a bit about just the Elder Scrolls lore in general, and I can tell you that the writing that you saw going down the screen there, before it was translated, was Daedric, and the Daedra are kind of like demon creatures. They were evil in Oblivion, but I think they're kind of worshipped in Morrowind, so I guess they're kind of like God. So maybe being watched over by the Daedra is a good thing in Morrowind? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to call ourselves Abyssal. Spelled wrong, because I always spell it wrong.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go. Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
W and S move forward and back. A and D move side to side, and the mouse looks around. So, pretty standard controls, really. Damn, he's a power walker. Wait up. Can we take anything? Nope. Okay.
Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this as civil as possible.
Alright. Don't hurt me. Look up the hatch and press spacebar to open it. Spacebar activates objects and people you are looking at. Okay.
On deck.
Hatch
now.
to Seydanine. And here we are. First look really at the graphics of the game. Now, you have to remember this game was released in 2004, I think? All around that time anyway, so it's quite an old game. So for that time, the graphics, especially the water graphics, are actually very good. So just keep that in mind while we're playing this game. Let's
This is
talk
where
to
they
this
want
guy.
you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
Okay, I guess we leave the ship then.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Okay, and this is the start of the character creation. Personally, I think that this character creation is much better than the one in Oblivion. The actual kind of character creation, as in your model of your character, is less, much less than it is on Oblivion. Less detailed, less actual options. However, the skills that you can get and the classes that you can create from those skills, I believe, are a lot better. So we're going to be a warrior character, I think, a kind of standard warrior. And for that, you kind of get a choice really between Nord or Orc. However, I much prefer Orc, really. So we're going to be an Orc. We're going to be a male Orc, and we get to choose our face now. So just go through, have a look through them. It's all of them. I quite like the tribal tattoo kind of face there. Right, and we choose our hair. Oh, they're all balding. Okay, we're gonna go with, I think, is that a mohawk? Oh no, it's like a mohawk with a ponytail on the end. Punk orc. Okay, we'll go with that. We get 2 special things. Resist Magicka, 25%. Magicka is magic, essentially. And Berserk, which is a skill which is quite good. It increases our attack and stuff, but drains our agility a lot, so it makes us clumsy.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
Will do. God, this guy is faster walking than me as well.
Head on.
So we go into the Census and Excise office. Hello.
Ah, yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Okay, so this is where we get to choose how we're going to create our class. We can answer his questions, which is probably the worst way really to create a class, because like you don't really understand what you're actually doing when you answer the questions, so you can't really understand what you're creating. You end up really normally creating quite a bad class from that. You can give him the info, which is picking from the class list, which is okay. The only problem I always find is there's normally like one skill in a class. So say in Warrior, you'll find one skill which you don't actually want in there, and once you get further into the game and a higher level character, it can really ruin the playing experience. So I'm probably not going to go with that one, but the last one, fill out the forms yourself. You create your own class from scratch. It's very in-depth and very gives you a lot of control over how you want to play. So we'll do that one first. Okay, we'll name our class. We shall be a Berserker, because we're an Orc, and Orcs go Berserk. Our specialisation is combat. Our favourite attributes are strength and endurance, which is just a standard warrior loadout. Right, our major skills, immediately get in heavy armour and block. Those two are very, very prominent. You need both of those. We'll also have weapon skill. Well, we'll have an axe, or an axe, because I haven't used axes much. So we'll have some axes. What else do we need? Security. We need to open some locks. And long blade. I think we'll have a couple of weapon skills, including spear. So we've got axe, long blade, and spear. I want to have quite a lot of these weapon skills to allow me to have like a wide range of weapons that I can use. Medium armor, just in case we need to wear some of that. Armor, because it's always good to be able to repair on the road when you're not in towns or on a quest or something like that. Athletics and enchantment, yeah, both those were good. Athletics gives us more fatigue, allows us to run without losing as much fatigue, and enchantment enchants stuff. So yeah, that's good. That's going to be our setup.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Now we get to choose our birth sign, and really I think this is where they got the idea for the perk system in the Fallout games, because it's very similar to the way it's done at the start of the Fallout games. You know, each one gives you a special buff, or it will give you a very powerful buff, such as the Apprentice, which increases your magicka by 1.5 times your intelligence, which is a lot. It may not seem a lot from that figure, but it is a lot. However, you do get a 50% weakness to magicka, which means all magic attacks do 50% more, I think. But it's a weakness to magicka. I don't tend to go for those. You know, there are some people that would like that and would do that. I tend to go for the ones such as the Thief, for example, which gives you a single buff or skill, which is very good. So we have a choice really between the Warrior, which fortifies our attack, the Tower, which gives us a really strong detect spell, and a open lock spell. I don't think we really need the Tower for the build we're playing, because we've got security as a major skill. What about the Lady? Lady gives us fortified personality 25 points and endurance 25 points, and I think that'll be pretty good. Yeah, I think we'll go with a Lady.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Okay, so this is the stat screen. We'll just go through and check everything's right. We've got Abyssal, we're an Orc, Berserker, and we're born under the sign of the Lady. And if you look, our endurance is 85, which is massive for the start of this game, which will be really good once we get into the game proper and we're fighting people. So, yeah, that's all looking great. You now have a stats menu where you can always view your information. Okay. Right-clicking allows you to use your menus. When you are done with them, right-click again to close them.
Show your papers to
so
the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
So there we go. We click to open it and click to close it. Read your papers by pressing the spacebar while looking at them, then select Take to pick them up. Okay, here they are. For release by Emperor Uriel Septim the 7th decree to the district of Vardenfell in the province of Morrowind. And then this is just us. Right, okay, I'll take that. You will now have an inventory menu where you can see what you are carrying. Like all menus, right click to use your new menu. You can click and move objects from this world to your inventory. Okay, so it's a weird combination because it's what you'd normally use escape for, or different buttons on the keyboard to do. I quite like it really. It kind of brings them all together. Right, now have a quick look around the room. There is this thing over here, which is called a limeware platter, which is only 5 weight, but worth 650 coins. Now, this would be brilliant to have, but of course it would be stealing. However, there is this glitch in just this part of the game, and I don't normally exploit glitches, I normally try and avoid them in fact, but this one I think I'll let pass simply because it's a great way to start out the game. So what you do is you pick it up and immediately open your inventory, which pauses the game. You drop the limeware platter on the floor and let the guard come.
Continue through
He
to
says,
the next building
"What are you
and talk to
doing?
Sulla's
We'll let your
guards."
actions go for now, but once you're released, stuff like that will get you arrested again." You say goodbye to him, and he walks away. You pick up the limeware platter again, and no one's the wiser. So that's how that works. We're going to go through the